In the beloved scene from the movie Dumbo, we witness the heartwarming encounter between Dumbo and his newfound friend, Timothy Mouse. Numerous instances can be found on television where elephants exhibit fear or apprehension upon encountering a mouse. These scenes, seen repeatedly, raise an intriguing question: why would an elephant, weighing nearly 14,000 pounds, react in such a way to a tiny, seemingly harmless creature like a mouse? However, beyond fictional portrayals on TV shows, there have been instances where people claim to have witnessed elephants running away from mice. While it may seem perplexing at first, there could potentially be more to these sightings than meets the eye. So the question is, are elephants really afraid of mice? Stick around until the end to find out if this is true. Challenging the commonly held belief, circus elephant trainer Troy Metzler decided to conduct an experiment to investigate whether elephants were truly scared of mice. In his intriguing demonstration, Metzler purposefully presented a mouse to an elephant to observe its reaction. To the astonishment of many, the elephant displayed no significant interest or fear towards the tiny creature. Metzler's experiment provided compelling evidence that the mighty elephant was not intimidated by the presence of a small mouse. In doing so, he successfully debunked the notion that elephants are inherently fearful of mice. Metzler's demonstration shed light on the true nature of elephants' responses to mice, revealing that the popular perception was unfounded. It is true that elephants do not have the best eyesight compared to some other animals. This can affect their ability to see small objects, such as a mouse, clearly. In a similar way, humans may also experience a startle response when a small insect or bug quickly flies by in their peripheral vision. When an elephant encounters a mouse, the rapid movements of the small creature can startle them, even if they cannot see it in detail. The sudden motion in their field of view triggers an instinctual reaction due to their heightened senses and natural caution. This explains why elephants may exhibit a startled response when a mouse moves swiftly around them. In the case of the circus elephant in Metzler's experiment, the lack of a significant reaction to the mouse could be attributed to a combination of factors. The elephant might not have noticed the mouse due to its limited eyesight, or the mouse's movements might not have been as pronounced or sudden. Additionally, the specific context and environment of the experiment could have influenced the elephant's response. Where did the myth come from? The belief that elephants are afraid of mice has a long history that predates its popularization in cartoons. As far back as 77 AD, a Greek fable supported this notion, portraying a mouse climbing an elephant's trunk and driving it to madness. In the 1600s, an explanation for this myth gained popularity. Alan Moulin, an Irish physician, proposed that elephants lacked a small protective cartilage called the epiglottis in their throat. According to Moulin's theory, if a mouse entered an elephant's throat, it could potentially block the airway, posing a risk of choking. This explanation became widely accepted, further reinforcing the perception of the relationship between elephants and mice. However, it was later discovered that elephants do indeed possess the epiglottis cartilage, which helps prevent foreign bodies from obstructing their airway. This realization dispelled the notion that choking on a mouse was a genuine risk for elephants. Additionally, elephant researcher Richard Lair has observed that elephants can easily blow a mouse out of their trunk if one were to climb inside. Are other animals scared of mice? It is true that the sudden movement of a scurrying mouse can startle various animals, including horses, cats, and dogs. This reaction is not necessarily rooted in genuine fear, but rather in the instinctual protective reflexes that many animals possess. When confronted with an unexpected creature running in their vicinity, animals may exhibit a jump or backward movement in response to the surprise element. In these instances, the startled response is more akin to a momentary reflex rather than a deep-seated fear or ongoing aversion towards the mouse. The element of surprise plays a significant role in triggering such reactions, as animals are naturally attuned to sudden movements in their surroundings as a survival mechanism. It is essential to distinguish between a momentary startle response and a sustained fear or phobia. Once the initial surprise dissipates, animals often regain composure and recognize the harmless nature of the small creature. In many cases, they may even exhibit curiosity or indifference towards the mouse once they have processed the unexpected encounter. While elephants may not fear mice, it is true that they can have an aversion to another tiny creature, bees. Despite their small size, bees can pose a unique challenge to elephants, particularly when they belong to aggressive species such as African bees. Due to their thick skin, a single bee's sting does not cause significant damage to an elephant. However, African bees are known for their aggressiveness and the tendency to attack in large numbers. During such attacks, hundreds of bees can swarm an elephant, stinging them repeatedly. These stings can target sensitive areas such as the trunk, eyes, and mouth, causing discomfort and potential distress. Research has revealed that Asian elephants also exhibit fear or avoidance behavior in response to bees. This suggests that the aversion to bees is not limited to a specific elephant species but may be a more general reaction across different populations. Young elephant calves may be particularly vulnerable to bee stings, as their smaller size and less developed defenses make them more susceptible to the stinging onslaught. In the case of a large swarm consisting of thousands of bees, some believe that it could indeed pose a significant threat and potentially cause harm to a young elephant if left unchecked. The aversion to bees in elephants highlights the potential impact of these tiny creatures when they mobilize as a large and aggressive swarm. While the physical harm caused by an individual bee's sting may be minimal, the cumulative effect of numerous stings, particularly in sensitive areas, can result in discomfort, disruption, and potential danger to young elephants. How can bees save elephants? Elephant conservationists have found an innovative way to protect both farmers and elephants by utilizing the elephant's fear of bees. As elephants search for food, they sometimes encroach upon farmlands, leading to conflicts with farmers trying to defend their crops. However, a new strategy has emerged. Farmers are now placing beehives along their fences as a deterrent. When elephants attempt to cross these fences, they inevitably disturb the bees. The buzzing sound and presence of the bees are sufficient to discourage the elephants from entering the farmland. This approach has been proving highly successful in redirecting elephants away from areas where they could cause damage or pose risks to both themselves and humans. This remarkable strategy not only safeguards the livelihoods of farmers but also protects the well-being of elephants. It exemplifies the ingenuity of finding non-harmful methods to mitigate human-wildlife conflicts. By utilizing the natural instincts and reactions of elephants, conservationists have established an effective means of promoting coexistence between humans and these intelligent, gentle giants. The belief that elephants are afraid of mice has been perpetuated through popular culture, but it lacks a strong basis in reality. While elephants may exhibit startle responses to sudden movements or unfamiliar sensations caused by small creatures like mice, it is not indicative of a genuine fear. This misconception can be traced back to ancient fables and historical explanations, which have since been debunked. They are remarkable creatures, capable of forming unique bonds and exhibiting complex behaviors. It is important to dispel misconceptions and rely on scientific research to foster a greater understanding of these majestic animals. If you enjoyed today's video and stayed until the end, please hit that like and subscribe button along with that bell icon so that you can be notified each time we post. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.